In a world where the dead refused to die, a little girl watched her family disappear. 10 years later, the cities are silent, humanity hiding, while the undead rule the land. One soldier, one survivor, fighting every day just to stay alive. Through ruined streets and endless danger, hope leads them toward a mysterious colony. But the journey is filled with monsters, not only the zombies but the humans who became worse. Sacrifice, survival, and a promise that must be kept. This is a story of courage in a world of the dead. Inside the Silent Zone. At the beginning of the story, we see a family with a mother and her 2 children. They are packing their bags because they are preparing to move to another city. Before leaving, the children talk to their father on the phone, and he tells them to come to him soon. But just as they are about to leave the house, they suddenly feel that someone has entered the house. Realizing the danger, the mother quickly grabs her 2 children and runs toward the car. However, before they can escape, the zombie attacks the mother while she is getting into the car and kills her. The zombie also attacks one of the children. But the other child, a girl named Abby, manages to hide under the car and survives. After some time, the zombie leaves. Abby is terrified because she just watched her family die right in front of her eyes. When Abby slowly comes out from under the car, her mother suddenly comes back to life as a zombie and starts moving toward Abby to attack her. Just then, a soldier named Max arrives and saves Abby. Max tells Abby not to be afraid and comforts her by hugging her. But suddenly, Abby's brother also turns into a zombie. Max quickly covers Abby's ears and shoots her brother to stop him. The story jumps 10 years into the future. The entire city has turned into ruins. Among those survivors are Abby and Max. Now Abby has grown up. Since Max is a soldier, he personally trains Abby on how to survive and fight zombies. To test her skills, Max asks Abby to hunt an animal. Abby follows his instructions and successfully hunts the animal. Seeing this, Max feels very proud of her. Later, they collect the meat of the animal for their dinner. Since it is already night, they decide to stay there for the night. Max also checks a map to figure out their current location. He says that if they can reach the river route, they might find a human settlement. Before going to sleep, Max sets up a wire trap around their camp. And soon, the trap actually works. While sleeping, Max suddenly hears the sound of the wire trap. When he goes to check it, a zombie suddenly attacks him. But Max reacts quickly and shoots the zombie. After that, Max tells Abby that more zombies might come, so they cannot stay there anymore. They quickly get on their horses and leave the area. The next day, Max notices a car approaching from the distance. Inside the car are other humans. Max is surprised because seeing other humans is very rare now. Suddenly, a zombie approaches the cars. Even though Max tells Abby not to shoot, she tries to kill the zombie. But she misses the shot, and the bullet accidentally hits one of the humans instead. Max becomes extremely angry at Abby because he had clearly told her not to shoot. Max has no choice but to put him out of his misery. After that, they take some useful supplies from the car and prepare to leave. But suddenly, several other cars arrive, and Abby and Max are surrounded. The people angrily accuse them of killing their companion and say they must pay for it. Just then, a woman named Megan steps out of the car. She tells Max that they are not bad people and that they don't want to harm them. But suddenly, thousands of zombies appear in the area. Max and the others start fighting the zombies. However, the zombies keep coming endlessly. A massive battle between humans and zombies begins. During this fight, Max, Abby, Megan, and her husband James manage to escape. Max asks Megan who they are and what they were doing there. Megan explains that they heard on the radio that there is a human colony a few days away from this place. Max, however, tells them that there is no such colony. Since their car is broken, they continue traveling on foot. They reach an abandoned society filled with tall buildings. There are no humans left there, so they decide to stay there for the night. That night, Max tells James and Megan that they should move along the riverbank the next day. Maybe they might find a human colony there. Megan suggests that Max and Abby should come with them. She says she truly believes the colony exists and that they will be safer there. But Max refuses. He insists that there is no colony. Abby tells Max that maybe they should go with them. But Max angrily shouts at Abby. He reminds her that they are already stuck with these two people because of her mistake. Even though Max didn't believe in the colony, he still agreed to go with them for Abby's happiness. The next morning, just as they were about to leave, a zombie suddenly attacked Abby. But Abby was now well-trained and dangerous. She quickly pushed the zombie off the building, killing it. After this, everyone quickly left the building because these zombies were very intelligent. They could easily figure out where one of their companions had died and track the place. One of the zombies stepped on a trap that Max had set earlier, causing a big explosion. Several zombies were killed in the blast. By that time, Max and the others had already moved far away from the society. Now they still had to travel 6 more days to reach the colony. Megan tells them that there is an airport nearby. She suggests that maybe they can find a plane there and fly directly to the colony. But Max warns them that going to the airport could be risky. He also says that finding a working airplane would be very difficult. However, Megan insists that they should at least try their luck. Soon they reach the airport, but unfortunately there is no airplane on the runway. Max becomes frustrated and says that he had already warned them. But after searching the area, they finally find a broken airplane inside a garage. However, the airplane is damaged, so James begins repairing it. Max notices hundreds of zombies approaching from far away. They will reach the airport within a few minutes. Max quickly runs back and tells James to finish fixing the plane as fast as possible. By now, the zombies have almost reached them. Everyone quickly gets into the airplane and takes off, escaping the airport. They are extremely happy, thinking that they finally succeeded. After flying for a short distance, the plane suddenly crashes. Thankfully, no one dies in the crash. However, the crash still benefits them in one way. So they continue their journey on foot again. That night, Megan thanks Max sincerely. She tells him that without his help, they would never have come this far. She says that if she dies in the future, Max should take care of her child, love the child like Abby. Max promises her that he will do it. Meanwhile, James quietly goes away and hides at another place. He is shivering badly. In reality, a zombie had bitten his foot earlier, and he is infected. James is thinking about shooting himself so that he does not become a threat to Megan. He decides not to kill himself yet and returns to the others. The next day, when they continue their journey, Max notices that James is behaving strangely. He takes James aside and asks him a serious question. Would you prefer to end your life yourself, or should I do it for you? But James replies that it is not necessary right now. He promises that when the time comes, he will kill himself. So Max tells him to make his decision carefully. After traveling a little further, they notice a house in the distance. It looks like someone might be inside. And if you've watched the video till this point, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing movie stories. Suddenly a voice from inside the house says, "Put your weapons down, or you will be shot." Hearing this, everyone places their weapons inside a box. After that, a man named David comes out. He invites them inside the house and apologizes. He says that he thought they were thieves, which is why he behaved so harshly. David then introduces himself as a scientist. David starts talking about the virus that has spread across the world. He says the virus is terrible because it has turned humans into zombies. But according to him, there is also something positive about it. He believes the virus is actually upgrading humanity. In his view, weak people turn into zombies and die, while only the strong survive. Hearing this strange philosophy makes everyone feel uncomfortable. They start thinking that maybe David himself spread the virus. Before they can react or think further, they suddenly lose consciousness. This happens because the juice David had given them earlier. However, James does not lose consciousness, but the infection in his body is now spreading very quickly. James suddenly tries to attack David. But David activates a device that emits a special frequency, which immediately stops James in his place. David proudly says that he spent years creating this device. With the help of this device, he can travel anywhere in the world without being attacked by zombies. Now David has captured everyone. Then he brings his wife into the room. But his wife is actually a zombie. David reveals that he captures humans to feed his zombie wife. James attacks the zombie wife. In the chaos, he manages to free himself and the others. All of them quickly escape from the house. While running away, they also grab the keys to David's car. They jump into the car and drive away from there. Meanwhile, David becomes furious. He screams that they ruined his wife's meal, and he will never forgive them. While Max is driving the car through the forest, thousands of zombies hidden in the jungle begin chasing them. Max tries to drive as fast as possible toward the colony. But suddenly a fallen tree blocks the road. Now the zombies are closing in on them from behind. At that moment, James makes a decision. He tells everyone to run ahead. He reminds them that he is already infected, so he will stay behind and hold the zombies back. Megan refuses to leave him, but James tells her that she must stay alive for their child. James jumps into the group of zombies and starts fighting them bravely. Meanwhile, Max, Abby, and Megan continue running and finally reach the human colony. Sadly, during the fight, James is killed by the zombies. After reaching the colony, it is time for Megan to give birth to her baby. A woman from the colony helps her during the delivery. Soon, the baby is born. But the next morning, David tracks Max and the others and reaches the colony. The woman who helped Megan comes to Max. She says Megan only has a little time left. Max goes to meet Megan. Megan weakly asks him. She asks him if he will take care of her child.
Max becomes emotional while holding the baby, because zombies had once taken away his own wife and unborn child. David begins using his device to control many zombies. He cleverly gathers them together. He releases all the zombies inside the colony. As soon as the zombies enter, panic spreads everywhere. People start running in every direction, trying to save their lives while the zombies begin attacking them. However, they had built an underground tunnel which led from inside the colony to the surface outside the river. Max continues fighting and killing zombies. But during the fight, one zombie pushes him to the ground. David then sends a zombie toward Max to kill him. Max somehow manages to escape and breaks David's device. As soon as the device stops working, all the zombies lose control. They immediately turn toward David and attack him. Abby is running away when a zombie suddenly starts chasing her. But when Abby looks closely at the zombie's bracelet, the bracelet has the name Abby written on it. Abby had given the Sam bracelet to her father when she was a child. The zombie chasing her is actually her own father. With tears in her eyes, she shoots the zombie. Then the colony is destroyed with a bomb. Max suggests that they should continue traveling along the riverbank. Hearing this, everyone feels a little hopeful again. In this dark and dangerous world, Max becomes a new light of hope for them. So everyone decides to continue their journey with Max. After traveling a little further, they discover a small island. The survivors can finally start a new life on this peaceful island. At last, Max has found a safe destination where they can live peacefully. And with this hopeful moment, the story of the film finally comes to an end. Friends, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We will meet again in the next amazing video. Goodbye.